My hair is wet because I was in the shower and I was thinking about why queer people need to start running businesses and have their own companies and be their own bosses. And I just couldn't wait. So I rinsed my hair, I threw on a shirt, and I threw on pants. Don't worry, I'm not naked underneath this area of my body. To tell you the 5 reasons that I think that queers should be their own bosses and own their own businesses and run their own companies. So let's get in. All right, so I'm going to talk about the 5 reasons that I think that queer people should be their own bosses, run their own companies, and be their own business owners. So let's start with number 5. Number 5 is we are magical. Now, I know if you are not queer and you're watching this, you might thinking, I'm magical too. Yes, you probably are, but you're not as magical as queer people. I truly believe that we were put here as ambassadors for open-mindedness and growth and to make this world a better place. I just do. We are forward-thinking people and we're natural-born leaders. So if more queer people step up into that, we can spread our magic. And you can call that glitter, you can call it confetti, you can call it whatever you want to sprinkle. That's up to you. But the number 5 reason that queer people should start stepping up and being their own bosses and running their own companies is because we are magic and there's magic to spread in the world. Number 4. Number 4 has a lot to do with visibility. So I said we have to spread that magic around the world. Well, the truth is, the more that we are seen as people who can stand on our own 2 feet and as people who are of influence, then we can change the world, which is going to lead to my number 1 in a moment. But number 4 is all about visibility. How can we step out in a bigger way and be seen as queer business owners, as people who know what they're doing? So that's number 4, stepping out and being seen. Number 3 has everything to do with what we do with our money and how we can invest back into our community. Now, working for somebody else is great. I have no issues with working for someone else. However, if you are drawn to be your own boss and start your own business and you haven't yet, then I'm going to ask you to think about what you could do with the money that you would make as your own boss. You have the power to invest in your own community. And so the more that we're able to give back to our community, the more our entire community gets lifted up. So reason number 3 is all about how we can invest back into our own community with the money that we're making. Number 2, I guess that looks like number 4. Number 2. So number 2 has everything to do with the youth, the queer youth who are coming up underneath us and us being an inspiration for them and showing them what's possible. The thing about it is the youth looking up at us, they're either going to see queer, strong people who are fighting and stepping into their potential and their full power, or they're going to see queer people who are miserable with their lives, working at jobs that they cannot stand and doing things that are simply boring to them and dulling their magic, dulling their shine, not sparkling, not getting out there and being magical, and it gives them permission to do the same. But the more of us that step fully into our amazing awesomeness, the more of us that are fabulous and lead the world with our bright, shining, glittery light, then the more the youth coming up underneath us will see that as an example and do the same. And that leads me to my number 1 reason that I think that queer people should be their own bosses, start their own companies, and be leaders in what they do. And that is because it is the number 1 form of resistance that I have found. When this current administration took over, I was devastated and angry, like most of us were. However, when I realized that I could, with my own business, be a beacon of light for other people, that I could influence people and influence the world around me with the money that I was making, things changed really quickly. Not only did I stop being depressed and angry and isolating in my house, it fueled a fire underneath me to get out there with the work that I'm doing and share it with more people in a bigger way. And then when I made money from that, I could invest in my community, I could be an inspiration, I could share my magic. And when we do that, the current administration does not win. It's impossible for them to win. And we saw this with the recent political elections that happened where trans people and queer people and people of color stepped fully into roles of government. So my number 1 reason that I think you should be your own boss is for resistance. It's truly a form of resistance. So that is my 5 reasons. I wanted to let you know that if you are considering being your own boss, it is not necessarily the easiest path, but it is possible. All you need are simple tools. And my partner and I, we actually teach those tools to queer people. We are having an event. This event is going to be amazing. And it's a chance for you to learn all the tools that you're going to need to get your business off the ground. And if you already have a business, it's going to help you grow that business really quick. So this is a 2-day event all about giving value, all about giving back to the community, and we are offering full scholarships. Ooh, there's only a limited number of scholarships available because we want to make this available to as many people as possible who want it and need it. If you are interested in getting a scholarship to this event, please go to lgbtqentrepreneur.com/summit and claim yours today as soon as possible. So that is it for me today. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, comment below, and tell us how awesome and glittery and shiny you are. And if you're thinking about starting a business, let us know what it is and see if we can help you out. All right, have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.